Welcome to From Creeping to Preaching. I'm your host, Renee R. White, a proud native Washingtonian, born, raised, and still live here in the heart of D.C. I spent many years of my life in this incredible city. And it's not just my home, it's where my story began and where my passion for uplifting my community, especially the youth. This podcast is a space where we can have real, raw conversations about life, faith, and purpose, all rooted in the experience of someone who has walked these very streets and understands the struggles and the beauty of life in D.C. Season 2, Episode 14, A Wrecking Ball. A Wrecking Ball. Listeners, the more I tried to keep up with life, longer hours of work, juggling responsibilities at home, trying to grow and be better, I was silently falling apart. I was exhausted in ways I couldn't even explain. And the worst part, I didn't recognize myself anymore. This disconnect started spilling over into my relationship. I began mistrusting him, not because of something he did, but because of what I was feeling inside. I started asking myself and asking him things like, why are you even here with me? What do you see in me? It was just kind of like out of curiosity, but not out of fear. Fear that I wasn't enough. Fear that he would wake up one day and feel what I was already feeling about myself. Empty, lost, and unworthy of love. I looked at him not because I wasn't really seeing him. I was seeing my pain, my insecurity, my burnout. I stopped smiling. I stopped showing affection. I held my guard up constantly with a mean face like a mask I couldn't take off. I nitpicked. I'm real good at that. I complained. I made drama where there was none because chaos started to feel more familiar than peace. And through it all, I knew deep down something was off with me. I just didn't know how to say it. I felt stuck, trapped in my emotions, but too afraid to be vulnerable. So, I want to ask you, listeners, have you ever questioned someone's love for you, not because they changed, but because you didn't feel lovable anymore? How do you find yourself back to yourself when you didn't even know you lost yourself? Phew, that's heavy questions. Questions I had to pick apart. I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you for riding with me with my journey. If this episode touched you or touched your spirit, do me a favor. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode of From Creeping to Preaching. And plus, send me an email. Share your story, share your thoughts, or even just to say hello. Let's connect. Let's heal. Let's remind each other that we are both in this together, in this peace in which we are making progress. Email me at info@creepingtopreaching.com. If you haven't already, join this conversation on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, and YouTube. You can also grab your copy of my book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. As you read along, you'll see every twist, turn, and triumph unfold, gaining a deeper understanding of my testimony and my life-changing lessons behind every story. Let's walk this path together, because this is a heavy path. But your journey of healing and hope is just one page away. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm excited to hear how you're peeling back your layers and embracing your wrecking ball. Also, make sure you visit my website, creepingtopreaching.com, for more updates, fresh merch, resources, and information about upcoming episodes. I'd like to thank my producer, McKinley, with Moving in Motion by Matt. See you next week.